It's gonna be good. Mm-hmm. Fun, fun, fun. So, do we have class? Is next week our break? Oh my gosh. It is. Okay. I was like today, yeah. All right. I had to look at my calendar right quick. I knew that. Well, we still have work, right? And you have work, so get it all done this week. Okay. Then you have nothing going on to worry about and have fun. You have a whole week off. Easter Sunday coming up. It's early this year. That's probably why my brain wasn't working. Um, yeah, and have a good time. And then when we get back, we'll only have 4 more classes. That's it. And then I hope I see you guys all in pre-algebra next year. Don't forget any math over the summer. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Yep. On the 5th is coming up for early Easter this year. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, yay. Thanks, Noah. You'll have a good time. It's going to be good. It's a little harder, right? Because it's pre-algebra, but it's going to be okay. Today, speaking of fun, we have 1 page. That's it. And it is going to be exciting. All right. This one is going to be on some geometry stuff. Probably some things you have seen before, right? So all kinds of fun. Yeah. Oh, fun. Good, Sophia. Okay. Yeah, some people do Easter egg hunts or, whatever, candy, or maybe you just go to church and do the whole, resurrection or Easter. Maybe you do a Good Friday service. Yeah. So that's a lot. Or dye eggs, whatever. Eat candy. Eat good food. Good, good. All right, Lord Jesus, help us to have a good day today. Finish up have fun with our geometry topics. Review a little bit from last week's session, and then, yeah, have an awesome, wonderful Easter break next week as well. I thank you for all these wonderful students. Keep us healthy with the pollen falling. It's been yellow everywhere at my house. And yeah, we just want to keep those allergies at bay. Thank you so much, Lord Jesus. In your name we pray. Amen. All right. Remember, you can change the color of your chat. And you can make it bigger if you click the little 3 dots. Because I can't see it when it comes in the normal size. It's kind of crazy. If y'all hear a squeaking sound downstairs, that's my dog playing with a toy I bought him. Yeah, pollen is not fun. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, what's your mood today? You have to give me a letter and a number. It doesn't matter what order. Either order is cool. B and then, or letter then number, or number then letter. Give me something. So we've got, let's see, what do we have? We've got A1, C2. What else? Oh, good, Noah, fun. Yeah, baseball season's in. Soccer, basketball. Who else has a good B2? B2, you're crying. Uh-oh. 1-3, you're sad. C3, chilling. Did anybody say B1? I'll say B1. I'll be that one. Yeah, little nose is stuffy. I got you. Yep. They're all just silly. Tired today. Okay, so if you were a superhero, you don't have to be one that's out there, but what would you like to have as your superpower? What would you like to be able to do? Teleport? I know what I would like to be able to do. I'd like to be able to fly. That'd be cool. You don't know? You can't think of one thing you'd like to be able to do? You should be able to think of one thing that you would like to be able to do. Would you like to be able to jump high, run fast, go invisible, walk through walls, turn into, speed, turn into invisible, whatever, invincibility, telekinesis, all that's good, whatever. What about time travel? You could do anything in the world, right? Yeah. Yeah, speed, go fast. Shape shifting, I like that one too. That's a good answer. Mhm. Okay. So, all of it'd be nice if we could have all those superpowers, right? But we don't, so we just have to be regular people. Which means we sometimes mess up. So that's okay too. Well, oops, hold on. We're going to do our quizzes that we started last week and we really didn't get to finish it. So I wanted to do that again. Just because we needed to just to recap it one last time. Okay. So it's going to be about our graphs. Remember, mean, median, mode, and range. I did not give you anything that you needed to have paper with. So if you're asked to find the range, that's the biggest number and smallest number, and subtract. You should be able to do that easy. Outliers, that's the farthest one away. And then you could just have to read a graph. So just be careful while we go through this again. Here comes the code 378668. And yeah, so it's only the stuff on data that we did last week. Data, statistics, that kind of fun stuff. All right, let's see who we've got. I got Nick, Noah, Bailey, Zofia, Peyton, Bree, Mallory, Jace, Colton, Kaylee. I'm missing one. Who am I missing? Luke, are you in here? Luke, I'm looking. I'm missing Luke. Okay, that's cool. All right, we let it load in for a momento. And yeah, you should be fine. If you want to use your notes, you can from last week, but I think you'll be okay. I think you'll be cool. All right, here we go. Let's do it. All right, friends, it has started. If yours is not starting, then log back out. Start over. It's okay. Good job. There we go. Good. Awesome. Remember, range means subtract the biggest from the smallest number. Outlier, you know what that means. Good job. Good job. Good work. Y'all doing great. Good work. Keep it going. So we've got 91%. Class average. So far, I love it. And it looks like I have 3 people finished. Keep going, keep going. I saw one that was messed up as well, Jace. So if you missed one, it's going to be that dot plot, I believe it was. Because when I was looking back at it just now, yep, I'll fix it as soon as we finish here. Yeah, it was number 4. Yep. Yeah, number 4. They just did the biggest number. They didn't give you the smallest. So I'll fix that one. Okay, so we have 91% class average. And if you have not finished, we're going to go ahead and stop. And let's see how we did for those who did finish. I have got 100% Colton, Peyton, Bailey, Noah, Jace. Anybody else? Bree, 93. Good job. Peyton, Mallory, and Nicholas, 80. Good job. And our high score, we have a 3-way tie for 11,400 points. That will be Colton, Peyton from Texas, and Bailey. Yep. And if you missed one, that was the one that I'm going to fix. So, yeah. Close that out, and let's get ready to go to our worksheet. We've got some vocabulary to draw. It's pretty simple. I've given you a lot of word definitions up here, but I just want you to draw the certain objects, okay? So underneath each word, you can write, put a dot, and then label it point A. Then when it says line segment, okay, you got to have 2 end points because it's a piece of a line. And we can call that one BC or CB. You can say it either direction. Then for your ray, where it says ray on your paper, we're going to call this ray FG. Notice that it only goes in one direction, like a bow and arrow, right? Like the arrow. And it has to be named in one direction. Okay? All right, check out the next one. Line. It's right underneath where it says point at the top. The line is not the same as the line segment. The line has arrows on the end. Okay? It goes on and on and on and on and on forever. Then our last 3, intersecting lines. Boo-boo. Yep. Parallel lines. This is the symbol. Means they never touch. And then we have what? Perpendicular lines. These are going to form a right angle. So when you draw it, go ahead and draw a little right angle there. Yeah, it's pretty easy and fun. So this is everything you need to have at the top of your worksheet. Right up here. Fill in the blanks there with a little picture. Okay. What the heck? Oh, that was the. I didn't close my quizzes. Everybody close your quizzes. It's my fault. All right, done. Here we go. Next up. This is not on your paper. Tell me what is number. Here's your vocabulary bank at the bottom, or you can use your worksheet. What is that first one? CD. What is that? A line segment. Yes, good. How about number 2? What's that? Array, because it has an arrow on one end. Good. How about number 3? Array. Yep. Number 4? Line segment. All right. Number 5. What's number 5? A line. It's got to have arrows on both ends. What kind of lines are number 6? Parallel. What are the lines for number 7? They're forming a right angle. I'm going to do our symbol. That means perpendicular. And the last one is a what? Point. Y'all got it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Any questions? Speak now. All right, up next, we are going to do angles. This should also be something you've seen before. Now, I've got your definitions written right here. Out to the side, draw your picture, okay? You do not have to draw 2 pictures. I did 2 pictures to show you that sometimes the angles can be turned, all right? Let's get our highlighter here. So we've got an acute angle. It's less than 90 degrees. So there it is. It's a cute little angle. Then the right angle is exactly 90, and usually it will have a box right there to show you, hey, this is a 90-degree right angle. Draw an example. Then we have obtuse. It's more than 90 and less than 180. We're going to show you what those degrees mean in just a minute. And then a straight angle is a line. It means exactly 180 degrees. All right, give me a thumbs up when you are ready, Freddy. Remember, you only have to draw one of the angles, not all of them. Everybody good. Everybody good. Good, good, good. All right. Let's talk about some angles. I'm going to send you a link. All right. And if it asks you, you can click yes. If it asks you if PBS is in North Carolina, or sometimes they give you an X, you can just X it out. It doesn't matter. Okay. Click it. Click it. Let's click it. Mine didn't ask me that time, so that's good. The game All right. Fun. Everybody finish? Oh, you had to refresh it. Okay. Thank you, Bailey. All right. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Everybody close that tab. Oh, I thought I turned my camera back on. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, close that tab up. If you did not watch it, I'll put it in the classroom and you can watch it. It's really cool. It talks about an NBA player and how, guess what? He actually uses geometry, angles and stuff to know how to shoot. And we use it in everyday life. We just don't probably know that we do. So it's pretty awesome. Why are obtuse angles? Remember, those are the ones that are greater than 90. So depressed. Because they're never right. That's right, Jace. Good job. I know y'all probably heard that one before. So you do not need a protractor. I'm going to show you how we're going to look at our protractor. You actually have a protractor on your paper. Looks like this. And we're going to use our protractor to measure some angles in the classroom, okay? So right here where this arrow is, this is where you always will put the vertex, right, of your angle that you are measuring. Okay. So for example, if I wanted to measure an angle, I would put the bottom of it right there on that zero. Does everybody see where zero is on my screen? Yep. And then if I wanted to count up, let's say I wanted to make an acute angle. I don't know. I'm going to make it a 50-degree angle. I need to find where 50 is. It's right here, but it also is at 130. So I got to remember, I'm starting down here at zero and I'm going to count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And right there is where I would draw my line, my other ray. And that would say that is a 50-degree acute angle. Okay. So we're going to practice doing some of these together. Here we go. Number one, use a protractor. Here it is to find the measure of the angle FGH. Notice that I called it F. G is in the middle, has to be in the middle, H right here. So who can tell me what is the degree? What number represents the degree of our angle? If we start at zero, which is down here, and we go up, we're going to pass the right angle mark, and we have an obtuse angle. So it's not 60, it's 120, 120 degrees. All right, always starting at zero and counting up by tens. Let's try another one. Angle FGH is, count up, should be right there on that. It looks like 110, yep, or 70. 70 is correct because it is acute. Yes. Number three. Woo, it's a big one. Starting at zero. What number are we on? It's obtuse. 150. 150 degrees. Look at it. Good work. All right, the next one. This one's different, y'all. It's starting over here on zero. Is it 50 degrees? We count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. It's going to be what? 130 this time because it's past the 90-degree mark and it's obtuse. That zero looks like a 6. 130 degrees. All right, one more. Okay, starting at zero, down here. Count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 degrees. Yep. So always look for the bottom of the angle, okay? And it is acute. Yes, Noah. Always look for the bottom, okay? And then count by tens, whichever direction you need to go, okay? All right, let's practice a couple. We're going to identify the type of angle. You only have to text me the letter A if it's acute, R if it's right, O if it's obtuse, and S if it's straight. Number one. It's acute. Number two. Number three. Obtuse. Number four. Straight. Good. Number five. Obtuse. Number six. Cute. Number 7. Acute again. Why is my pen not writing correctly? Something's weird. Acute. Okay. Good job, guys. Any questions about how to read a protractor or about our acute, obtuse, right angles or a straight line or a straight angle? Yep. You're doing good. Okay. Joke time. How, you won't get this one, I don't think. How does a mathematician plow fields? You do know it? Oh my gosh. Darn it. Okay. You can probably figure it out. With a protractor. Hey, I try to make it fun, right? With a protractor. Okay, so everybody's good to go on those. Let's try. Oops, let me clear that out. To answer a couple of matching questions. Okay, these are a little bit trickier than they might seem at first. Look at number 1. It says, find where line BD intersects line segment CE. And it's either going to be A, B, C, or D choices. So look for a line that's BD and look for, I don't think it's A line segment. So BD, here's my line right here, BD, and line segment CE. Yep, that works. Good. All right, how about the next one? Line segment BE intersects a line CD. I think it is A. Let's see, BE. And yep, A. Good job. All right, line AD intersects, let me erase that again. BC at point E. Yep, D. All right, cool. Which one are we missing? B. So B says A, BA, right there, the ray. Yep, that's it. Good job. Okay, how are we feeling so far? All right, I got you a little trivia here. Did you know the average person laughs 15 times a day? Well, that's apparently the case. Interesting. That's what I said. Very interesting. Cool. All right, up next challenge. Here we go. This is a good one. Oh, where's my pen? Okay. All right, it's going to be easy. Let me clear the chat. Let me clear it out. All right, here we go. Shake out your hands. Okay. Whew. On your mark. Get it. Go. Okay, keep going till you finish. A little easy, wonderful math magic there. All right, any questions before we move on? You're doing super. All right, so I have for you, let's see here. It's going to let me do, I was going to do my protractor here. I have a, it's not working right for some reason. All right, we'll come back to that. Let's clear that out. What's our time? All right, we're good. Here we go. Next part, and then perfect timing. So vocabulary is right here. Guess what we're going to do over here? draw examples. Okay, so our words are transversal, corresponding angles, adjacent angles, vertical angles, complementary angles, supplementary angles. What did I miss? Jace? I don't know what you mean. On the challenge? Okay. So we're at look at our words, and I've got them listed here, but we're going to talk about them, right? And go over them and, yeah, make sure we know what the heck's happening. Okay? Everybody see that part? Okay. So for our first one, before we start, we need to know what is a transversal. Okay? So we're going to draw examples out here. Let's look at the first one. Here we go. The transversal, you need your highlighter. Let me get my highlighter because we want to make sure that we're highlighting whatever we're talking about. The transversal is that line that cuts through over here. You're going to draw it right here. Noah, you got to draw that picture. Did you already draw them? I mean, did I draw it? Okay. Yeah, it's got the title. I mean, it's got the vocabulary. I did all that for you, so you wouldn't have to. Yeah. Okay. All I want you to do is draw 2 straight lines that are parallel, and then the one that goes through it is called the transversal. Okay. So once you draw 2 parallel lines, then take your highlighter and make sure it's a different color, so we will know that this is the transversal. A lot of times they will put a little letter T beside it. You don't have to draw both, but you can, okay? That's your choice. All right, next one. Corresponding angles. All right, draw this example out to the side, somewhere to the right. You're going to draw 2 parallel lines, and then you're going to draw that transversal, and then you're going to label, just like I did, 1 and 5 in the same color. They correspond to each other. They're located the same relative position when 2 parallel lines are crossed by a transversal. So you really need to make sure that 1 and 5 are identified as corresponding. Pick a different color and say 3 and 7. Angle 3 and angle 7 are corresponding. They're going to be equivalent or congruent. Let me make sure everybody has that. Any questions? Okay, so let's identify some, okay? So we're going to look at some corresponding angles before we go to our next few words. Calculate the size of angle X in each diagram. So guys, this angle and this angle are corresponding angles. What is the value of X? Who can guess? Exactly, it's equivalent. Yes, has to be on the same side of that transversal, okay? All right, let's do number 2. This angle 76 was X. Okay, go to number 3. Find it. This is 99. What's X? So notice how they can all be turned a different way, okay? Very good. All right, let's do adjacent angles. All right, here's some examples. They are side by side. They have to share a side, okay? Here's my 2 examples. Notice that on the very first one, that line, that ray right there is cutting it basically in half. But it doesn't have to always do that. It could be one smaller than the other, whatever. As long as we know that they're sharing that middle line. Okay. So this is the part that has to be shared. Something between them. They share that ray. You can highlight that with your color pencil. You might not have to be able to draw these going straight down. You can just, you got a lot of room here to kind of, you know, draw arrows or whatever you need to get it fitted, to fit it in there. We have 3 more. And then it'll be break time, I think. All right, so those are our adjacent angles. Questions? Moving on. Next up, vertical angles. Okay, vertical angles are opposite of each other when any 2 lines intersect. So label, draw yourself 2 little lines like this, and then we can label this side 160, and it is congruent to this vertical angle, which is 160. Here's how you can remember it. It looks like the letter V, doesn't it? And they are congruent. Highlight that with one of your markers or color pencils. You know those are equal, and write 160, 160. And we can then find that the missing part, this over here, would be congruent with this one because they're also vertical. So far, we've done what? Corresponding angles, adjacent angles, vertical angles. Got 2 more. All right. Complementary. Hello, how are you doing? You look very nice today. Now, complementary angles. All right. You don't have to draw both examples. Just draw 1 or 2. We'll be fine. Your first example is right here. When the sum of 2 angles equals 90. They don't have to be touching, though. They can be separate like this. Okay? As long as when you add them together, they are complementary. Complementary. Now, they gave us the measure, which was 65 and 25. And if we add that together, we get 90. Or if we have 60 plus 30, we add that together, we get 90. Okay, it could be 89 plus 1, whatever. Anything that gives us 90. That's 2 angles that are added together. The sum will give us 90. And our last one is supplementary angles. All right. Once again, they can be side by side or separate. Does not matter. But the sum equals 180 this time. Sum equals 180. I'm going to give you a cool hint to help you remember as well. Give me a thumbs up when you are finished with everything on that part. Yeah. Another moment. Okay, here's how you're going to remember it. All right. C comes before S in the alphabet. And 90 comes before 180. So we will not get them mixed up. Complementary, 2 angles. When you add them, you get 90. C comes before S. So you can highlight that on your worksheet there. C comes before S, and 90 comes before 180. We don't want to get them mixed up. No sirree, Bob. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to give you guys an example. See if you can figure it out. Here's my first one. This angle is 50 degrees. Okay? What other angle would I need to draw to make complementary angles? What other degree of an angle would I need? $40 is right. Good job. Because what? 50 plus 40 is 90. Okay? Same angle. Delete, delete. This time, I would like to know what type of angle do I need to draw to make supplementary angles? Oh, it'll be a big one. Here we go. Y'all got it. 130 degrees, because 50 plus 130 equals 180, and that's what we need for supplementary. Yes. All right, everybody cool? Any questions before we move on? Doing good? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do our, I got a video for us real quick. Well, no, let's go ahead and do our break. Let's go ahead and do a break. It's only got like a minute, so I don't want to be off time. All right, here we go. 5 minutes.
That was angles on a straight line.
All right, guys, let's check it out. Let's see if we can do some. And yeah, let's look at some angle relationships. Here we go. For the first one, notice that they are giving us the measure of angle 4. Okay, this is not on your worksheet, so just eyeballs up here. Okay, angle 4. I'm going to label it 135 because that's what they said it is. So I'm going to come down and write 135 degrees. Okay. All right. Now you guys have to help me figure out the measure of the other angles. So here's what I want you to think. You've got to think outside the box a little bit here. First, I'm going to cover up, this side right over here. Can't see that. Okay. Now, look at what we have, everybody. We have a straight line. We know a straight line equals 180. Can you tell me the measure of angle 1? Okay, all you got to do is subtract. Right. 180 minus 135 is 45. Now, let's do it a different way. If I was to erase all this, delete, 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 delete. So we know that we have a measure is 45 for our pencil, come on. There's a couple ways we could do the next part. Well, we could cover up angle 1 and 2 and see that we have a straight line over here. But I want to show you something else. Remember, we learned about vertical angles. Angle 1 is vertical to angle 3. So what does angle 3 equal? 45 degrees. And angle 4 is vertical to angle 2. So it's also 135 degrees. So if you're given one measure, a lot of times you can figure out the measurement of the other angles, kind of like they showed us in the video, okay? Now, let's identify our types of angles that we talked about just now. So we have adjacent, look at your worksheet, corresponding, supplementary, and vertical, okay? So we'll just say A, C, S, or V. Now, could be more than one answer. So let's just look at the first one. Number 1. What would you like to call angle 5 and angle 6? They are congruent, and they are forming what? Adjacent, corresponding, supplementary, vertical. Yes, vertical. Now, are they adjacent? Are they sharing a side? They're not sharing a side, are they? No, so that wouldn't be adjacent. How about number 2? These guys are sharing a side, so they could be adjacent or what? Supplementary. Good. All right, number 3. What's 7 and 8? Vertical. Number 4, adjacent or supplementary. Good job. All right, and then the last one, angle A and angle B. There are 2 lines with it, and then there's a transversal. So that's going to be corresponding. They're corresponding. See, corresponding. Good. Okay, so you guys know congruent means exactly the same shape and exactly the same size. I would like to look at these 2 pictures. This is not on your paper, so just look up here. We're going to talk about how to read some stuff, okay? First, point A, the vertex right there, where that is. Notice that there are 3 little curvy arcs, and they're green. Those 3 little curves, or little arcs, show me that they are congruent to 3 curvy marks over here, which is at point D on that triangle. Okay. You can see that angle B has 1 little arc. It is going to be congruent with angle E. Angle C has got 2 little arcs. It's going to be congruent with angle F. Now you can see this easily because the triangles are perfectly sitting just exactly the same. But if they're turned and twisted, it can be a little bit harder. Notice the little hash marks or tally marks. 2 little tally marks mean line segment AB goes with line segment DE. Okay, so we're just looking at how to read the parts of a triangle, the arc of the triangle, or the I can't talk today, the side segment of the triangle. So once again, let's look at one more. Notice how this one has been turned. You ready? Line segment BC goes with which line segment on the other triangle? RQ. Or you could say it the other way around. Why do we know that? Because it has the 3 little dashes, but it's not in the same place. The first triangle is at the bottom, and the other triangle is up here. Okay? All right, good job. So let's check out some triangles here. Got a little real life example. First, we can classify triangles 2 different ways. So on your worksheet, right at the bottom, write the word 2 right there. And then fill in the 2 ways. The first way is by their sides. The other way is by their angles. Okay. One is by their sides, one is by their angles. We got lots of new words here. You might have seen these before. That's good. Okay. Now we're going to be drawing some pictures. Get ready. First, we're going to talk about classifying our triangles by their sides. Okay. I have the words written for you. You draw the picture that goes with it. So the first word written is scalene. And then do your little tally marks or hash marks so you know that no sides are congruent. Be sure to mark your little tallies there or your little hash marks because there's nothing congruent. Whoops. They're all different. All right. Next word is isosceles. Notice that it has 2 sides that are congruent. Remember, congruent means the same. Last one, equilateral. You have 3 congruent sides. So put a little slash mark there for all those. All right, next up, let's practice. Everybody good? It's pretty easy. Okay. Text me your answer. S for scalene, I for isosceles, E for equilateral. What's number 1? Isosceles. Good job. What's number 2? Equilateral. What's number 3? Scalene. Y'all got it. Easy. Good work. Next up, let's classify our triangles by their angles. Okay, draw your pictures, take your time, and notice I have all the arcs right here are going to be acute little angles. We have that box right here, the little square. Put that in there for your right triangle. And obtuse, you have to have one big old obtuse angle. Okay, when you're done, let me know. Thumbs up. Done, done, and done. Okay, so let's practice. We'll go back an example here. Hold on. here. This time, we're going to erase this, delete, and now we're going to identify, if we can, by using what? A right triangle, acute triangle, and obtuse. So let's look at the first one. I don't think that's right. That's going to be obtuse. Yeah, because that's a big one right there. All right, how about the number 2? Acute. Acute. And then the last one, it looks like acute again. That's not a right one. That's not right. There's not a box there. Yeah. So that's another acute. So no right one on that one. Good work. All right. I got a joke for you. Wide. Oh, no. Wrong one. We'll do that one in a minute. If you were a triangle, you'd be a cute one. Get it? Acute. Oh, I need my dog down there. All right. Are we ready for our last little bit here? I do have a cyber chase. Somebody had asked about that. Yeah. Okay. It's not bad. We're just going to do it in a second. I wasn't ready for it. Yes, for later. It's going to be after this one. I forgot I hadn't shown you the polygons. This should be really easy for you guys because you should have seen these before. Triangles, duh. Quadrilaterals, 4 sides, pentagon, hexagon, octagon. All words that you should have learned in elementary school. Hopefully. But there's something you might not know. This is not on your paper. It's okay. The word regular means every single thing about it is the same. The sides are the same. The angles are the same. Everything. It's like perfect symmetrical. Okay. If it's not symmetrical, we still can call it that object. For example, a quadrilateral still just has 4 sides, right? 4 sides, 4 angles. But look at it. You couldn't fold it and make it nice and neat, pretty, match up. Same thing with this that's not regular. But it's still a pentagon, isn't it? Because it still has 5 sides and it still has 5 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They just don't look nice and neat and pretty like that one. And then this one, look at this hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. But it's not perfect like the regular hexagon, okay? Octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. Same thing here, but it's not regular, is it? Okay. So keep that in mind. They're based on the number of sides and angles that they have. The difference between regular means it's not regular. Yeah. Dodecahedron? No, a seven-sided is a heptagon. A 10-sided is a decagon. I believe a dodecahedron is going to be no, it's a decagon. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. I can't remember. I haven't done that one in a while. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. What did the mathematician say when she lost her pet parrot? Can you guess? After what we just talked about? Polygon. Like Polly want a cracker, sometimes people say that for birds. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh, I need to show you another picture. Sorry. This is going to be some other specific types of quadrilaterals. You'll learn a lot more about these next year. But you've seen them before, okay? Parallelograms, hopefully rectangle, square, of course, rhombus, trapezoid. So you might not be familiar with the trapezoid, right? Maybe not the rhombus. Sometimes they call it a diamond. Yep. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh, I'll have to look it up. Okay. Very good to know, Bailey. I did not know that. Interesting. Okay, so before we go on to do our quizzes, I have a cyber chase for real. And it's going to be, I believe it's Bianca. Here we go. All right, look for all the geometric shapes that she's going to come in contact with. we go. I've got the rows. Tell me what row it's on. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just kind of bunched together. Anybody see one squares on 12? Yep. All right. What else? Circles on 1. Yeah. What else? Do what else? Circle, square. Look for triangle, octagon. Polygon's 4. Oh, good. That was good. All right. Seat. Triangle row 3. 1, 2, 3. Where's triangle? Is it backwards? Really? Okay. Hold on. Where's triangle? Octagon is on 2. Oh, where is octagon? I do not see it. Oh, it's backwards right here. Right here. Yeah. Oh, my numbers didn't line up right. I'm sorry. Okay, what else? Somebody said, did we find triangle? Row 2 going down. Ah, no, wait. Right here. There it is. Great gosh. Yeesh. Good work, everybody. All right, listen, no class next week. You do have assignments, okay? So go to Schoology, see what you got to do. Same thing as normal. You know the routine. You got it. You're doing great. Lots of cool videos in there for you to watch. Okay, that'll help you out. And a game in there, and then some enrichment stuff that's fun as well. Okay, so I shall see you guys in a week. Bye. See you later, alligator.